Hey all, Russ here, RVerTV. Welcome. Thank you for buying this course. Know before you go. This is going to be all about work camping. Where to look, how to look, what to expect when you find a job. There are so many different scenarios in work camping. You can make some really good money, pay for your travels. Maybe there's something to do. Maybe you want to volunteer. There is just so many different areas that you can get into in work camping. What I'm going to share with you in this course is my 20 years of experience being a full-time RVer. So what do you say? Let's get going. Here's a list I generated. This covers quite a few of the areas for work camping. RV parks, national parks, state parks, they always look for part-time and full-time help nationwide. Local campgrounds, amusement parks, fairgrounds, very seasonal, but they're always looking for RV related type help, work campers. Christmas tree lots in the winter time, they're always looking for RVers. Fireworks booths, same way. Outdoor markets, you bet. Driving and transport, delivering RVs. That is a huge business anymore. Amazon Camp Force. Amazon has several facilities around the country that they want RVers. It's seasonal, normally during the holiday type seasons. Very hard work, but they pay. They have their own campgrounds in some locations. RV repair, that is such a huge topic. It can go anywhere from being a certified mechanic down to just doing local repairs at an RV park. Medical positions, traveling nurses. I've met so many through the years. They make a really good salary, plus their campgrounds are paid for. That is one thing. If you're in the medical field, you ought to look into it. Upholstery sewing, believe it or not, that is such a high demand for RV cushions, awnings, you name it. Upholstery. If you have your own commercial machine, you could make bank. Construction crews, pipeline, bridges, all over the country. A lot of their workers travel with the work nationwide. Aircraft mechanics, same thing. Seasonal harvest farms. These guys hire RVs by the droves, normally in the harvest time in late summer, early fall. Oil field security guards with all the oil rigs out there. That is one huge area that they employ many, many RVers. Computer repair and teaching. A lot of the older folks on the road, they're always in need of some type of computer repair. And health and fitness type training. You name it, it's out there. Well, where to start looking? There are dozens, and I mean absolutely dozens of websites that list work camping type jobs. Workcamper.news. These guys have probably been around the longest, one of the biggest. It's actually a membership, which isn't bad. $20 a year, you'll get listings, diamond, platinum. I mean, they have different benefits to their membership. If you're really into work camping and plan on doing a lot of travel, this would probably be one of the best ones to start out with. It's called workcamper.news. There's other sites. Here's Camper Jobs. Same kind of thing. Almost all of them have some type of a membership type. If they don't, be a little leery of them, because sometimes these listings get very old. They don't update them. Indeed, here you go. You can just type in RV jobs in the state you're looking for. I'm in Arizona, so this popped up. But you can see RV resort directors, RV salesmen, certified technicians. We'll look at this a little bit more, but that is huge. A lot of the big RV dealers will hire people, and you can be an RVer. They'll bring you in the season because some of the RV dealers get very busy in like summer up north, in wintertime down south. Paint, I mean, RV ranger, technician. There's another technician, maintenance. It just keeps going. And also RV parks. You can type in your RV park jobs. You can type in just all different things. Indeed is a good one to do. Also, when you're looking, look at the rating of the park. We'll get into that a little bit more about the do's and don'ts when you're working, but some of the parks don't have, there's a high turnover rate in jobs. Okay, let's start with National Park Service. This is nps.gov. That's their main website for National Park Service. And this is their Work for Us section right here. I've looked at this many times. Most of everything in here with National Park Service is volunteer work. So if you want to volunteer, work with the visitors, learn about all about the park history, that kind of thing, that's what national parks really look for directly if you're going to work for them. A lot of times you'll get a campground, propane, that kind of thing, a place to stay. But they're really not paid positions. They're more volunteer. Now, they also list here USA jobs for National Park. Now, these are paid type, like administrative, maintenance work, police officer, public safety. Those are paid salary positions at certain parks. Look at that in Hawaii. How'd you like that one? Okay, National Parks has a second layer of workforce here, though, and what they do is they hire concessionaires. They have over 500 concessionaires throughout all their parks nationwide. And what these guys do, there's a whole list of them here, all 500. We won't go through each one. But these companies hire workers, part-time, full-time, almost all of it's seasonal type work, where you can work within the park system, and it's at paid positions. Some offer campgrounds, housing. There's all different kinds. The biggest one is Xanterra. These guys cover a lot of different parks. You can see right here, Death Valley, Glacier National, Grand Canyon. A lot of it's housekeeping type work, bartending, restaurant, driving. So this is a good resource here if you're looking to get into national parks and want to get paid. And this isn't just for retired people. This is for all ages. So be sure to check them out. This is Xanterra, and also all the concessionaires with the national park system. There will be a list of links provided from all these different websites for you in this course. All right, let's keep going. Working at state parks. I have quite a few friends that have worked like in the Arizona park system. Right here on their website, azstateparks.com. They have their application procedures. They'll list their openings. So it depends on what state you're looking at. Like here's Utah, same thing, different jobs, their application process. What area of the state do you want to work in, for how long, that's up to you. Like here's Oregon. So same thing. Now, state parks, some hire concessionaires, some don't. So you have to do a little bit of research on your own. State parks are a great opportunity, and they're a little bit longer term. Like I said, I had friends, they've worked for the state park system for 12 years and love it. And they make a good salary with benefits. Okay, moving on. Do's and don'ts. Work camping. This is more for small RV parks, owner-operator, family-owned. National parks, state parks, they have all their own rules, regulations, uniforms. You're going to have to do it their way no matter what. Smaller parks, a little bit different. A lot of these guys, they hire seasonal. I mean, for their busy season, it's very important. They don't have a lot of money to hire and train people, so they really are in need of good help. Are you overqualified? Probably. I mean, almost everybody is. You don't need a business degree to jump on a mower and mow the grass, or ride around the golf cart and show someone where their site is, those kind of things. So know your skills. Apply for what they're asking for. Don't say, I have a master's degree in business, when they want a lawn maintenance person. say, I love maintenance, I love working outside, that kind of thing. Apply for what they're asking about. Don't overcommit, and also make sure you can do the job. Maybe they're asking for an assistant in the office taking reservations. Do you know reservation software? Well, if you say you do and you don't, they're going to know instantly. Chances are they're going to train you. Almost all RV parks, especially the smaller ones, they have a certain way of doing business, and they're going to train you their way. So, but if you're overqualified, just know your skills, apply for what they're asking for, don't overcommit, and just make sure you can do the job. And guess what? You'll have a good time there. It'll be a good experience and great work camping. All right, here's one that's a big deal. Make sure you understand the compensation of pay that this little park's going to offer you. Now, I worked several years at many different parks in all different levels, maintenance and all that. Majority of them did not pay a wage. They give you a site, propane, electricity, in exchange for so many hours per week, per couple. Just make sure you understand this. And also, some of the parks, they will tax you as income. Even though it's not a wage, it'll be like the value of the site, $500 a month, $600 a month, $800, whatever. They're going to deem that as a wage and give you a 1099 at the end of the year. So just make sure you understand your compensation of pay, the tax brackets, and all that. That's always been a big stickler with RV parks. Chances are, hopefully, you can find one that pays a wage and gives you the site hookup. Not all do. Some of these parks are pretty small. But also, you might be in a great location. I mean, there's all kinds of perks to work camping. Depends where you're at and what's involved with the park. So, but once again, make sure you understand your compensation of pay. That's very important. Okay, a big one also is follow the RV park owner's method of doing business. A lot of them are small ma and pa's. They've been doing it the same way forever. And it's so easy to go in there and say, well, you might want to try this or that. And especially if you have business degrees or you've had experience, that's the worst thing you can do. It really offends the RV park owner, and especially when you're first starting out. If they get to know you and trust you, chances are down the road you can suggest something to them. But I worked as a manager for a lot of years, and that was probably the number one thing that most work campers came in was try to take over and just tell everyone what to do. And it's just a poor way of doing it. There is such a huge turnover of work campers. Most of them last 3 to 4 weeks and then they're on. It's something that they've committed to and don't like, and then they move on. And the RV park owner is also investing time and effort to train you. So they want you to stay, you want to be there, but also follow the owner's method of doing business. Finish your job duration and figure out how long you even want to be there. Let them know up front, and everything will work out good. Another huge place to find work camping is at KOA, Campgrounds of America. Their website here is workatkoa.com. This is where you apply to work. You'll just pick an area that you'd like to go to. Once you're in it, you can travel around to different campgrounds. I've known a few people that absolutely love working for KOA. I've never really heard anything bad about it. So once again, check it out, koa.com. If you Google corporate RV resorts, there are literally hundreds of them across the U.S. They also employ work campers. Now, a lot of these are mobile home parks where they have a lot of park models, but they also have a lot of employment opportunities. Like here's Sun Communities. This is just an example Over here is sunlandresorts.com, employment opportunities. So that's another avenue if you're in an area. A lot of these are in the bigger towns, like down in Florida, Southern California, along the Gulf Coast, those type places. But even up north, Michigan and whatnot. Anyway, that's just another way to find work on the road. Here's one, a big one. Amazon Camper Force. Now these guys, they got facilities all over the country. They show them right here. They hire seasonal workers. They're either connected with a campground or have their own campgrounds. And they hire a lot of people. It's pretty heavy duty work though. They pay well. But you better be kind of fit. That's what I've heard. I've never tried it myself. But you can get compensation. Look at this, $120 to $270 a week goes toward your campground expenses, bonuses, overtime, weekly pay. When you hit the apply for a Camp Force, it takes you over here, goes through more of the steps, how to apply, the requirements. But once again, it's a pretty physical job. They even have a video series that you got to watch when you apply. I really don't know good or bad about it. All I know is I've known people, they've made really good money in a short period of time. Some of them even make enough to pay for their whole year of travel. Just working part-time for Amazon. So anyway, check them out. It's Amazon Camper Force. Another really cool opportunity for work campers is the sugar beet harvest season. A lot of these big farmers way up north, usually up in the Dakotas and Montana and those areas up there, hire work campers to come up when they harvest all the sugar beets. It pays very well, very long days, but I've known several people. They can make enough money during the harvest season to pay for most of the travel during the rest of the year. So be sure to check it out. A lot of these guys will post online, different groups, but keep your eyes open for the sugar beet harvest. Another good opportunity, transporting RVs. Now this one you're going to need maybe a commercial driver's license, a truck. Some people love it, some people don't. You can drive motorhomes to their destination. All this originates usually back in Indiana, where all the RVs are manufactured. They pay by the mile. A lot of people do this for a living. Horizon is probably the biggest. I've known a couple people work for them. If you don't mind the driving, it's a good way to make a buck. Then for all you construction guys, hey, you want to be on the road doing some RVing and work? Go to Road Dog Jobs. Look at this. Here's an electrician, 29-month job, Delta, Utah. Here's a carpenter, 12-month project. Air conditioning guy, 2 years. Pipe welder, 2 months. So it goes on. Crane operator, 6 months. But it's a great way. You make a good chunk of change. Plus you get to travel and see the country at the same time. Then the nurses, traveling nurses, great way to make $1. If you have the medical degree, want to see the open road, getting some good locations. I've known 2 traveling nurses so far, and they love it. Normally they're on a job for about 6 months to 12 months. Then they move on. But traveling nurses is another good way to go. Another good way to make money on the road. Now this one you got to invest a little time, effort, training, and a little bit of money. Become a RV technician, certified RV mechanic. You'll be able, once you get these credentials, you'll be able to do warranty work on brand new RVs. On the refrigerators, furnaces, air conditioners, electronics in them. All these RV tech companies, they will teach you manufacturer supported Manufacturers are always looking for certified mechanics, especially if you take an area like Quartzsite, where there are tens of thousands of RVs every winter. You would absolutely clean up. Even this one, look at this, $300 online. Plus, you need to go to and learn from a dealer too. A lot of dealers will hire you while you're under training. So this is a whole different world by itself. RV certified mechanics and technicians, definitely consider it. If you're going to be on the road full time and really want a solid career with no end in sight, because there are literally hundreds of thousands of new RVs sold every year, this is it right here. All right, I've mentioned in the course a couple times how RV camper jobs don't last. Some people don't like them. They only last a week or two, but sometimes they stay there forever. Finish out the season and come back every year. A good way to find out a little bit of history about whoever you're going to work for is, like here in Indeed, Sun Communities right here is listing an RV Ranger part-time. If you go over here, they have 356 reviews. Click the reviews, and you can read about the experience people have having with this. Like here's 4.0, 5.0, a 1.0. You know, you never know. But it gives you a little general idea. A lot of it's usually based on management. That's what I've seen in the past. But anyway, do your homework, do your research. Yelp is a good one, Google. Once again, don't base your whole decision on someone else's opinion. Chances are most RV parks are good to work at, good locations. Once in a while, butt heads maybe, but who knows. The majority of my work experience in the RV industry has been positive. I've had a few hiccups here and there and butted heads, and it's just like any business in any place. Doesn't matter if you're in an RV or in your own community. So, but do your homework a little bit. Word of mouth. Once you get in the RV work camping communities and start following it and become a member of like that workcamper.news, those kind of sites, you'll learn and you'll grow with it. Once again, work camping is just a great way to make some extra cash, pay for your travel, or even have a career out of it. And if you don't want to work for somebody, you could start your own business. A lot of people in toy haulers and motor homes, they'll set up a little workshop. Number one is upholstery. Commercial grade upholstery. Doing RV interiors, awnings. It's endless. I know a friend that did this. Made bank. They were waiting 6 to 8 weeks to get their cushions done. So if you know how to use a commercial grade sewing machine, this might be a really good opportunity for you, especially if you come down to Arizona in the winter. Thousands of RVs are located. Absolutely incredible opportunity. Another one is start your own mobile detailing business for RVs. Cars, trucks, RVs, travel trailers. It's a great little business. Then even vending. You take Quartzsite, my hometown here, world's largest outside market in the wintertime. Millions of people come here every winter. Vendors all over. The vendors hire people. You can actually do vending yourself, make extra money that way. Quite a bit of opportunity without work camping. You can actually own your own business on the road. Plus, there's more businesses. Pet sitting, pet grooming. Pet grooming is way up on the list. A lot of RVers have pets. They're on the road. They don't have a regular groomer. Any type of veterinary skill. It's just endless. There's all kinds of little businesses you can start and take with you on the road. Even remote working. Doing computer work, software work for developers. You don't have to be at a location or a house. You do need Wi-Fi, though. You need some good Wi-Fi. hairdressers, nails for the ladies, barber shops, all kinds of opportunities on the road. Once again, you're traveling. You don't have your home base resources. So you're out and about. All kinds of good ideas. How about YouTube? Like me, you can start a YouTube channel. There is money in that. You can actually do private video work. Musicians play for little events, RV parks, all that. A lot of people will hire a musician for an event. So there's all kinds of small business opportunities while you're traveling on the road in your RV besides work camping. One more important item, and this is up there for importance: resumes. Almost all these places, where it's Amazon, small RV parks, KOAs, all of them, they want to know a little bit about you. And it doesn't have to be the best resume in the world. What you really need is pictures of yourself, a picture of your rig. Some of these parks do not allow old rigs, old RVs. Some of them fall under that's got to be 10 years or newer, unless they give you a special permission. So creating a resume is very important. You put your experience, especially if you have prior work camping experience, stick her in there. If you have reference letters from previous work camping jobs, even better. Here's a little from Camper Jobs, how to create a camper resume. Kind of what you need, even with a low video. Here's another one talking about resumes. Do you need them? I know when I worked as an RV park manager, we required it and we read them and we actually made the calls for the references, because you're involving into a business where they're handling money, dealing with people. So they do a little bit of background on you. Anyway, it's a good practice. Just have a quick resume if they want it. You can just email it out. Once again, the picture of yourself, your rig, if you got pets, that kind of thing, they need to know. So create a real nice resume, and chances are you're going to get right in there and go to work. Some final thoughts on this, and this is kind of the plan I follow. Make a 12-month plan. Where do I want to be a year from now? Because, hey, I got an RV, set of keys, got the big country to go. Where am I going to go work? Where do I want to go see? Okay, maybe in June I want to be at the Grand Canyon. In August I want to be up in Montana. I mean, just make yourself a good plan. Second thing you got to do is figure out what kind of work fits you best. Then location, location, location. So does that work fit that location? Do your homework. I mean, what skills do you have? Whether it's housekeeping, mechanicking, whatever, computer, whatever skills you have, make sure you can find a good job in that location. How much do you need? Like I said earlier in this course, I know people that only work 3-4 months out of the year and it pays for their entire year of travel. They really bust butt getting a lot of work in during those 3-4 months. Then they're off the rest of the time. They're traveling, really enjoying life. And that's part of the RV lifestyle. So that's something to consider too, how much you need to make. Some people need to make money all year long. So once again, it's up to you. And that goes back to your travel plan, what you need, what kind of work fits you, location, how much you need to make a budget, create a good resume. It's worth its weight in gold. That'll get you any door. You have a resume that you can pop on an RV park owner with a couple references, you'll have a job like that today. There are all kinds of online work camping groups on Facebook and Twitter and all that. Facebook is probably the best for it. Search them out. Work camping groups. You have a group of work campers right there. They're going to tell you the good and bad, what's going on, what happened to this location. I see a lot of them in these groups. They'll type in, say, hey, I'm going to be in Florida in 2 months. Anything going on? And bam, here pops up some opportunities. So that is a good way to network in the work camping arena. And the last is enjoy it. It's not the end of the world if you take a job for a couple months that, hey, I don't want to do it again. Finish it out and move on. You learned. Yeah, because there's so many opportunities like we discussed in this little course. Once again, all the links will be in a separate PDF download for you. Thanks for watching and thanks for purchasing this course. Hope to see you on the next one. Take care all. Bye.